Hi, Dennis and Denise Capper here. Got another word for you here out of John chapter 12.
Remember, we were leaving off talking about in these verses where Jesus had said he was going to die, and that he had to be sown into the earth, and he said, "My death will produce many new wheat kernels, a plentiful harvest of new lives." And he was talking about the multiplication. Well, then he said, "If you love your life down here, you'll lose it. If you despise your life down here, you'll exchange it for eternal glory. If these Greeks want to be my disciples, tell them to come and follow me. For my servants must be where I am, and they'll follow me, and my Father will honor them." Then Jesus said, "Now my soul is deeply troubled. Shall I pray, 'Father, save me from what lies ahead?' But that is the very reason I came. Father, bring glory and honor to your name." Then a voice spoke from heaven saying, "I have already done this, and I will do it again." And when the crowd heard the voice, some of them thought that it was thunder, and others declared an angel had spoken to him.
You know, there's so many voices out there speaking today. There's the political voice out there. There's people trying to tell you what to do, and the self-righteous voices out there. But we've got to get in tune with what the Spirit of God's voice sounds like in these days. And it's a testimony that's always pointing to Jesus. And here we see that God pointed to his son Jesus right before his time, that he was going to have to become a seed and go into the ground.
Don't you think it's interesting that when he prayed this prayer of consecration, that it was immediately answered by God, so much so that people around him heard it? But yet, isn't it interesting? People were confused because it says some thought it was thunder. Some thought it was an angel. That's amazing to me. And guess what? Jesus said, "This voice was for your benefit, not mine. The time of judgment for the world has come, and the time when Satan, the prince of this world, shall be cast out." See, he was cast out then because of what was accomplished on the cross. Remember, Jesus was lifted up from the earth, and he said, "I'll draw all unto myself." Remember, we talked about that. Meaning, I'll draw all judgment unto myself when he was lifted up on the cross. This is amazing because this is saying the kind of death he was going to die, but that he became sin, and he did this for you and I, and that Jesus already knew who he was. He knew the voice of the Old Testament. He knew all the scriptures that were fulfilled in him, and he was accomplishing this finished work for you and I.
Rest assured today that your sin, your judgment was put on Jesus, and you never have to face that again.